Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tea Time with Tasha. It's Thursday, 8 o'clock, and I am here to share with you Money Matters, my tea of choice, and my product review. So thanks so very much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and hop right in so that I won't take up too much of your time. So this evening, my Money Matters is all around business grants. I posted maybe last week before last, that I had information on several different grants and got a very decent response to the request for information. So I figured, hey, let me come back on and just share with you all about business grants. So if you get an opportunity, share this or tag someone that you know in the video so that they can get the information as well. All right, so the first business grant I want to tell you about is sponsored by DoorDash, and this is for restaurants across the United States that have been impacted by a natural disaster. This natural disaster excludes COVID-19. So this grant is open through June 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The eligibility for this particular grant, to be eligible, you must be a restaurant located in the United States, brick and mortar, operate 3 stores or less, and employ fewer than 50 employees per location, have been open for at least 6 months, and maintain a revenue of $3 million or less per location in the last 12 months. And the last is experiencing a hardship due to a state, tribal, or federal declared natural disaster. And in order to find out what those natural disasters are, FEMA has it listed on their website. So FEMA.gov/disaster/ you know what? Let me not do that. Let me just go and make sure that I give you the right information. Okay, declarations. So FEMA.gov/disaster/ So on that page, you will be able to pull up any of natural disasters that are listed by the state and what year. So for 2022, I looked up Georgia. There weren't any natural disasters as of today listed. For 2022, there were in North Carolina, there was one, I think, that was listed, 1 or 2 that were listed. But you can go in, put the state in, and find out what has been listed as a natural disaster in your state. Okay, the second grant is the Antares Reach Grant. So this particular grant, to be eligible, and they're offering up to $20,000. And the eligibility for this grant is, okay. To be eligible for this grant, you must be a business, be a for-profit business that the majority is 51% owned or operated by an individual who identifies as a new majority, and that is a woman, person of color, military affiliated, person with disability, or the LGBTQ plus community, has less than $5 million in annual revenue, has demonstrated a need for support, and has a strong plan for moving forward. So this grant, the closing date is July 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will provide, I know just in talking with a couple of people, there was an interest in me walking them through how to apply for these. So I will go through and on my YouTube channel and walk people through how to apply for the different grants that are shared. The next one is the Accelerate Her Fund, which is sponsored by Tiger Global Impact Ventures. And this is more of a tech startup grant. They're offering, or they will contribute up to $50,000 to the new future of tech, building a more inclusive culture that accelerates women entrepreneurship. So to be eligible for this one, you have to be a for-profit business that is tech or tech-enabled, be a majority woman-owned and operated business, and have not yet received funding from an angel or venture investor. And this grant closes on August 5th, 2022 at 6 p.m. All right. Hello, Adam. Hello, Nikki. You all are welcome. The next grant is the BGE Energizing Small Business Grant. They have pledged $15 million to assist, and this is specifically for individuals in the Maryland area. So Maryland small businesses with COVID-19 relief and recovery. They've pledged the $15 million to assist individuals in Maryland with relief and recovery, with support and guidance from the Global Entrepreneurship Network. BGE created the Energizing Small Business Grant Program, which provides recipients up to $20,000 grants. To be eligible for this one, you have to be a for-profit business founded in 2020 or prior, in good standing or on its way to good standing with the state of Maryland, a maximum of 25 employees, an annual gross revenue in 2021 of less than $7 million, and demonstrate a need for funding to support the business and serve your customers. Now, they've already completed round one for this particular grant. So round two is going to open up July 18th at 9 a.m. and it's going to close August 26th at 6 p.m. So, and they'll announce the recipients for their second round in mid-October. So, is that all that I got for you? For right now, yes. Oh, no, one more. IamSoGal.com is one, when I say very short application, like it's maybe 4 or 5 questions. And you fill it out right there on that page. I forgot what the dollar amount is that they were offering. See if I have it listed in my book. No, I don't have it listed, but you can go on their website and just complete the application. When I say very, very short, it asks you a few questions. They tell you don't provide any more information than they ask for. And that's one thing that I do want to just kind of share with everybody. When you all are applying for grants, make sure that you're reading the information. Now, in my post a couple of weeks ago, I asked individuals to inbox me your email address and which grants you were interested in. And there were some people that read it all the way to the end and they followed the instructions. But these are things that these companies look at. Just reading through to the very end and getting all of the information and not just some of the information. So when you go through to complete the grant, you make sure, I suggest to anybody that I work with to go through, read all the questions first on a separate sheet of paper, go back and answer the questions, and then take those answers and plug them into the application. And when it comes to the maximum or minimum number of words, make sure that you meet that. If it says 250 words max, make sure it's 250 words maximum. Don't go over. that's frowned upon. And if there's a minimum number of words, so if it's, 2 sentences, at least 2 sentences, make sure you have at least 2 sentences in your response to their questions. So, if you all have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out to me. I know when people talk about grants, there's one thing that I know a lot of people kind of run away from because the application process is pretty lengthy and they're looking for business plans, they're looking for financial records, but there are some grants that are out there that don't look for that information. They're just looking for you to answer the questions that they have asked and provide them with, the minimum information that they ask. If they're asking you to prove that you've been in business or that you're registered with the state, that's your articles of incorporation or your, or I forgot what it's called in other states, but that's just the paperwork you get from the Secretary of State to show that you've registered with them. So a lot of the grant applications are not hard. It just takes time to read. And when I say take time, like remove all your distractions and sit down and take time to read it. Because if you're looking to get funded, you want to provide them with accurate information and you want to make sure that you read your responses to make sure that your responses make sense. So I think that's all that I have for you all this evening. Yeah. So look for my walkthrough as far as the applications are concerned. The early part of next week on my YouTube channel. And what is my YouTube channel? Yep. I'll share that. I'll put the link in the description. I'm sorry, y'all. StreamYard forced me to get on YouTube. So, okay. All right. So my tea of choice this evening, I'm still doing my oolong tea. I have not veered away. The only thing is this time I'm drinking it cold instead of hot and with no sweetener. So imagine that one. But I'm still hanging with it. I have one more week of that, and then the week after next, I will share with you my new tea. Okay, so my product review for this evening. So my product review for this evening is the 40-day Bible journal by Plan for Purpose. This is a 400-page planner. My camera moved. A journal that we worked with the young lady to put this together for her. And when I say very detailed, each page asks for different things for each day. There's different things that you're to go into provide. So today I am praying for, and you list what it is that you're praying for. If you have any concerns, and whatever scripture for that day, and then going into an in-depth Bible study with your scripture, your passages, and then answering questions. What is happening in this passage, and summarize the passage in your own words. And then there are a list of other questions that go with that, and then prayer requests. If you've received any prayer requests, there's a place here for you to list those as well. And your quote for the day. So pick a quote that describes how you feel today. Write it down and discuss how it fits your mood. So there's a section for that, for you to be able to put that in. And then your favorite scriptures. So I absolutely love it. I am a supporter of those that I either do business with, interact with, or those individuals that have reached out to me for my services. And so this is one young lady. I told her, once it's ready for production, send me the link. I'll go ahead and order a copy. And that's what I've done. So you have daily gratitude, daily devotional, and a section for notes. And so it goes through, and every day there's a different day. So that's listed. So I actually ask that you go out and support. It's Plan for Purpose. And the author is Markeisha Jordan. And it can be found on Amazon. So 40-day Bible journal. So thank you. That's all that I have for you guys tonight. I look forward to seeing you all on next Thursday. Um, or I may have, well, I know I will have some more grant information for you, as well as an opportunity to expound on some other money matters. So thanks so very much for joining me, and I will see you all next week. Have a great evening.